Most other Guardians oh my god, why are you on auto, man? Ruining my vibe over here. Anyways. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not, they won't be taking any chances now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help and that of our eastern allies, we have passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for Alizé, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lord, the chirurgeons have completed their examination of Mistress Alizé, and as we feared, she is locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Where's her soul? Just like the others, damn it all. The Guardians picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 sounds incapacitated, and with the enemy on our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see to it that Alizé is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. Yugiri and I would return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the Far East is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. Wait, what's the last... What's the last thing I do in Shadowblood? Well, Stormblood, Shadowbloods. Jesus Christ. Judging by the Guardians' recent movements, or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow Scions, I can understand if you feel on edge. You'll be no good to anyone without rest. True and real. When am I fighting Elidibus? I don't remember. Cat Jam. Surprised it's called Cat Jam, to be honest. Filmina, welcome home. Word has it you and Mr. Alizé gave the Guardians quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mr. Alizé? I was certain she would have returned by now. She went to sleep. By the 12, not her too. Osher and I will ready the infirmary for her arrival. We will also need to send a message to Tataru post haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's condition remains unchanged. As we speak, Lieutenant Kryl and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole, after all. Though I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the work. You're boring to us, for the time being, at least. Yeah. Rest is good. Meanwhile, border of Alamigo. Imperials. Hey, come on, man. Snap. A brief reprieve. Filmina, yours is a welcome face indeed in these troubled times. Though if you have come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I'm afraid I have naught to report. Lieutenant and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas, My apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Alphino had been brought here and wished to see if his condition had improved. Maxime? Yeah. Ah. Hello. Mr. Silmina, I have heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. Huh? I realize how strange such words must sound coming from a guardian's lips, but I speak them out of the love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That is why I chose to share all that I know with your light. Though I will surely be branded a traitor, I am content to bear that ignominy. Will seem a small price to pay if it helps to prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. The war is not what brought me all this way. I came to see Master Alphino. An acquaintance of Filmina and Alphino, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company. You will follow me, sir. When word reached me that Alphino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad. Pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. Popularis could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. Oh? He awaits my return at North Silvertier, and I'm certain he would be glad to see you, assuming you can spare the time, that is. Who is who? What is it good for? What's love? How did it come with? Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you would not come. Oh, I came alright. Ah, Sid. It sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration to me. Most guardians would say he is a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We of the Populares, however, consider him a revolutionary, a man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an imperial defector who thought to aid another imperial defector. Fair enough. There, Master Garland says, I am humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Roban that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true? Gaius still lives. Yep. Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing the legatus without his mask. The thing I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. And he claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Asians, did he? After his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Should we meet again, I shall be sure to tell him so. Commander Aldin also spoke of the Alliance's meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by the Ascians? Yep. But that is madness. The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it, and yet I see there is no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters have laid down their lives in service to a lie. The Ascians must be stopped to save my people, to save all people. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambitions may be thwarted, not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve that end. Seiryu's wall was a good start, but we can do more. And we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. Begging your pardons, I bear a message for the Warrior of Light. Commander Aldin requests your presence at the Lance headquarters in Alamigo. He would discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Will do. Ah yes, the inevitable messenger. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called you away. Wanna give me a ride? Time, no doubt, being of the essence, could I tempt you to ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to row on side, I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. If there is, I can just teleport, but that's fine as well. I swear, every time you board my airship, seem to be barreling headlong into danger, and every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious, which of course is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible, Thumia, not even you, so please take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines. Though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you aren't among them, eh? Yep, not a problem, brother. A Requiem for Heroes. There you go. Commander Aldin is waiting, my lady. It would be best if we proceeded to Alliance headquarters at once. Are you ready? Yep. Yep. You're here. Good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would apprise you of the Guardian's movements. Upon speaking with Raban, several concepts will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Let's do this. Leroy! Nah, no Leroy's, no Leroy's.
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly.
Sounds like a trap.
As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald.
He doesn't to be here, Elidibus.
In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east!
Well, there goes that plan.
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos.
Yeah.
Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
Yeah, there was a whole patch between then and now.
He may not die as such, but to see Lord Xenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale. I'll see to it the men stay clear.
Yeah.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
Oh boy.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
Easy, man. Can do blindfolded with my hand tied behind my back with one leg cut off.
May
Not even a
Ralga
problem.
grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lass. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Let's do it, son. The border of Alamigo. Oh, it's gonna be a good scene, I think. Yep. Oh, I know what this is. Oh man, I'm getting shivers. The jumping around of a monk. Play as him? No? Okay, alright, fine. It's okay. I'm used to being a samurai anyways. For who? Oh, Yida. Okay. I was like, what's she talking about? This is like the PvP, what's it called? PvP abilities. Like one button and all that shit. Shit. What was that damage, bro? Hey, Ian. Can you do more damage, please? Oh, it's not building? Maybe I should start spamming it more. Yeah. Oh, the building, brother! Who's healing me, by the way? A test of my reflexes. Oh no, you don't.
Here it comes!
Oh.
The weave of a shinobi's power.
I'm here and get the fuck up, man.
The art of my forebears.
That looks sick. Is that an AoE LB2? Interesting. Can I get a heal? Thank you. Oh. This is really not all that challenging, is it? There we go. There we go.
Oh, fiend!
Slap! Oh shit, not even a slap, just a fucking beam. You don't have time to look away, I guess. Ooh.
Damn you!
I guess she got stronger. She can at least hurt the mask now. Ay, ay, ay. Fucking so anime, man. I love it.
Magic with a Garlean body. That's hardly fair.
They do have superior physique. This extent, though, holy shit.
Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Yeah. Hey. I made it.
Bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? So be it. Equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
Will it though? Is it that on the line though? Oh, whoop whoop! The fucking... Oh, that sword's the best. Oh fuck, what am I doing? Wrong key? Fuck idiot. You're not even trying, man. What is this? They come up at the same time, huh? Alright, fine. Oh, I timed that before. Alright. That's why it didn't come off. Am I though? Like, I'm not doing too hot over here, I'm just saying. But I will be cast aside. I will not be cast aside so easily. Oh, okay. That's how it is. Shit, man. Stop positioning. Oops. That was a dumb move. Ah, there we go. Alright. No matter, you may have best Labrea, but I will not be cast aside so easily.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
I stayed. Ah, yeah. Uh-oh.
Please, I beseech you.
Bro, you almost killed me here, man. Like, you're killing me over here.
Ah, someone calls to you.
Good timing, right?
Too late, alas.
I'm surprised his outfit is not in the shop, if I'm honest. So based on that, technically he would have cut my head off, but
At last, I found you.
This fucking guy.
Please, there's no cause for alarm.
Ah, you're only killing me right now. In the middle of a fucking battle. Could you not pick a better time?
Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet.
Yeah, probably not. I'm assuming there's 12
But the place of
circles.
our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 13. Right. Who are you?
The battle is over, the danger past, but your work is not yet done.
Did he know that the guy can save me?
Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest.
How'd you move it there, though? Goddamn MacGuffins.
Soon, we will throw wide the gates. And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
Oh, so technically, you are told in Stormblood where Shadowbringer happens. So it wasn't like that big of a surprise. It was surprising in the patch, but it wasn't a surprise like during, like when people had to like guess what's happening with Endwalker. Oh, what's up? Why is he scared of me though? I know he went to Palpil, but like he looked scared, not surprised. Hey, my friend.
You're awake. Thank heavens.
Yeah, what's happening, brother? Or Lidibus, whatever.
I see you recall that much, at least.
Yeah, you know.
In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons. Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont.
Yeah, likes to do that. Shy guy.
Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
Or reunions or anything, yeah.
Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times. Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But
Actually,
no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest.
Bro, I wish I earned my rest, but guess what? There's
but
more
before I
work to be
forget-
done. Oh, yeah. What's up?
I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke.
Ataru?
A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you.
Ataru and Kral, I'm
Now,
assuming?
if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
There's no way they bore me all the way to Ishgard, right? This is Alamigo, I hope. That'll be quite a trip to bring me all the way to Ishgard. Plus, he should be somewhat near the front line, so... Alright. Woo. No, I am in Ishgard. Well, this is a most unexpected surprise. I thought you could fight to bed. I am in Ishgard then. Fuck. When I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst, but with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. As long as we have you, Mistress Nikochi, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effects can already be felt even here in Ishgard. In anticipation for a need for reinforcements, Artwarel will soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength had returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Like the YouTube channel. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Yeah, the first. Dark days lie ahead of that, I have no doubt, but the light of hope shall ever guide our steps so long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. Cheers. Alright, that's that then. Let's go, Rising Sun, dude. Like, they carried me all the way to Ishgard. Like, come on, man. You guys, went a bit too far there. Yeehaw.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
What you thought? What'd you think happened? What's happening, everyone?
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapse like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
Oh yeah, she doesn't know everyone's in a coma. Where's Kryl? Wasn't she here?
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion.
Oh, that's
Oh,
helpful.
well, that's helpful.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What else did he say? The better path leads to him?
Sounds extremely narcissistic, doesn't it?
If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Yestola, Urianger, Alphano, Alize... You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him.
Pretty sure I would have won that if I didn't have a headache.
Face him on
But...
your own. Do you hear me?
Why? I was doing just fine. I just had a headache.
So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home. As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right?
Yeah.
But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut?
Open it.
There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid, and the researchers of St. Coinac's find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
Alright, slaves, to work. I need you to find a beacon while I sit here, sip on some cola. Oh. Imperial Palace.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
I just feel like the throne room always keeps changing.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home?
Rumor, huh?
I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eosia's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
Fair enough.
A minor setback. She will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
Oh.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Asians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Asian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious. Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance. but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
Do it. Execute Order 66. Alright. Relax, son. Holy shit. Also, that was supposed to be the end of the patch, right? The end of expansion, yeah. Alright. Yep. And you'd be alright, and to celebrate your return, I made you this, a brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. Oh, I know, okay. I forgot what, I didn't see what you said. Yeah, well. Something with the outfit. This what it is. Ah. Still not back in Garlemald?
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Then what?
Bloody savages!
Ah, damn, bro. How is he so strong even when he's not in his own body?
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised.
How does he know?
May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
Oh, there we go. I was gonna change clothes so he can go to Garlemald now. There's so much shit happening around this area, huh? Revenant's Stall. In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow your seeds of darkness. Ooh. In Yasmina, we've had a stock of luck in our search for that beacon. Apparently our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down to the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower. path I doubt we'd ever have found had the ironworks and the Suns not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking on the rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. They're gonna give him a hand? My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Emperor comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silvertear waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. Let us be on the way. Place is overflowing with ether. Holy shit. And corrupt ether. And that thing. That's Dalamud, right? Isn't it? It's supposed to be Dalamud, but the raid for what's it called is in a different place. But this is where the battle happened. Because here's Midgard. Oh, look, this is very close to where the guys above the skies are. Heading to the survey said, madam, it's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. Actually, I could probably fly there, but yeah. Swan song.
Look how many people there are! Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
Biggs! Wedge!
Tataru! Hi, Tataru!
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
God, the voice change on this guy.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
What's wrong with your hair, man? Bellsprout? Bellsprout! Bellsprout! Vibloom! Bellbloom.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
You guys couldn't find this?
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in.
Well, too late for that, idiot. The beacon's right there.
What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
Oh shit.
You are right.
What's happening?
Stay with me.
Oh god.
Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Champion beyond the rift.
This must be it. The device. Well, this is supposed to happen.
Yeah. A fucking
Throw
migrant.
wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
For showing me dawn's light will shine again.
Oh, do not look at me so.
You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Say your spirited accounts.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Oh no! Fuck man, I'm already starting. Get it. Oh god. The chills. Shadowbringers, the emotional roller coaster has begun. Oh, hello.
Your time has not yet come.
Poor Albert. I actually told it to him. Oh boy.
From endless dreams I awake.
That's probably the biggest hint of who he is.
Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Yeah.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Time of night.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply. Yeah. Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then. Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you'd best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Ah, what a song.
To dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew, between dark and light. The pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
What a song. Oh, what a song, man. Oh, my lord.
Halt!
Hey, what's up, bunny girl? What's her name? Something with no.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
I mean, I ain't from around here.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions.
Kurt, gate guard. Okay.
From where do you hail?
The source.
The source? What is this cryptic nonsense? Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
Yeah. Yeah, and so
That
it
one
begins.
It must have gulped down the whole hand. Ring and all.
And so it begins. The emotional roller coaster. Savage Land.
Everything all right, Captain?
Exarch.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort her to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known.
Just another one.
Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
What did the others say when they came here?
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
Liar! Liar! No, you will not. I know you won't answer my questions. You'll be like, well, there'll be time for that. Like, who are you? Ah, well, you'll find out later. Well, who am I? It's not important.
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
Like I had a choice. Keep giving me headaches while I'm in combat.
I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you're still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact.
Yeah.
As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
So he did mean to summon them, I guess. Yeah, we'll be feisty here. I have any idea how much trouble you've caused.
An inkling,
yes.
I can only beg your forgiveness. Matters here forced my hand, but all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above. Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity. It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. And though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well.
Technically, you're not wrong.
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
Sick. Alright. Here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Card. See, this is what I like about this game, which you don't really get in WoW. Look at this. I just entered. Boom. Full set of 385 gear. Look at that shit. Okay, never mind. It's not a full set. It's it's just an item. Alright. Forget what I said. Okay, samurai. Crystal Resort has a request for you. But it is pretty easy to get, like, good gear to start off. Now, a full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience with which I am sure you're only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. That's how the devs are telling you. Don't forget this, idiot. If you have done so, walk up the steps next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive in the Crystarium Mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catlis, one of the people I should like you to meet. After that, another is Moran. To reach him in his cabinet of curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps. Take the exit to the left and simply continue straight along and down until you come to the large doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I would like you to meet is Bragi. I don't think I've ever been up there. Our main in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough? Crystal clear. Crystal clear. Ha, very good. I concede the layout of the Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning. I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There's an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. When you have finished making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard at the center of town. Until then... Da, 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 da. Let's not forget to attune. Some people here, huh? Focusing your senses to detect the flow of vastly distant currents of ether. Your connection to these energies is fanned by stable. You should allow addition to Aetherites in the source. Cool. So one was up here, the other was down there, and the other one was on the other side. Damn, man, look at that entrance to the Crystal Tower. Holy shit. Ah, damn, look at that shit. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. Going to guess you're new to our fair city? Well, for what it's worth, you have chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized too. Thanks to us in the mean, we work together to procure materials and resources and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a cattle forged. Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed to you on a plate like those Yule Moran layabouts. Here in the Crystarium we work for a living. Though I see you are no stranger to honest labor, you don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? Same homeland as the Exarch. One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours. Damn, that looks so good. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air. Wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. And the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. Metropolis. The city stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you have aught to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had the chance to settle in. Just ask for Catalyst and I'll find you a niche here in the crystalline mine. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. The exchange with Catalyst has taught you about life in the Crystarium. Okay. Fear. Let's grab that. Let's grab that shard over here. And then... Can I even go there from here? I don't think so. Let's try? Yeah, I can't. Okay. Start way down. Tomorrow lunch. Oh, there it is. That's called the Amaro launch though. No Amaro here. Oh, well, there's one right there. Another one. But I wish you could like use Hisatsu or well Satsugyoten or Yaten on allies and just like dash to like NPCs and shit. That would save me so much time. That'd be fantastic. I got that one. Cabinet of Curiosity next. Then we got these two, and then that one. Okay. Okay. Alright. Where do people live here, though? Like, where are the houses, you know? Surprised there's no housing in the Crystarium. That would be a pretty cool place to live. Moron. Or Moran, whatever. Hello, Moron. Oh. Excuse me, miss. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and, well, what I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll even? A scrap of scribbled on parchment? My apologies, literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin, at your service, and this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tombs, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research. Oh, so you have an interest in modern history. Splendid. A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment and I'll fetch it for you. Sure. I'm a fucking child at heart, so yeah, children's books probably the best. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair, make yourself more comfortable? On with the lesson then. He's hugging that book like it's his baby. Alright. 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadow Keeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pulled and swelled without cease until the day an enormous blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We called this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet just when it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light, she stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrent, and Norvrent alone spared the fate of erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspects to bedevil the few folk who survived. Oh. Huh. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgurant presence stole the night from Norvrent's sky. This is the wolf. This is the lion from the cinematic, I'm assuming. It's the first one, right? First dungeon. These are the guys who are sitting with the fat dude. I know who this is. Anyways. Even now they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. That's it? That's all you can tell me? Tell me the name of the Oracle, motherfucker. Thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I will be glad to retell it to you. Or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company. Okay. Did I get this one? Got this. Yeah, I got this one. Okay. Oh, man. Emotional damage expansion. Jesus Christ. Need to the city, friend. A spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Fair enough. Welcome, my name is Bragi, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for mistel such as yourself. Mistel? So finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. Am I a mistel? Yeah. What is a mistel? Aye? Something wrong? Look at that. Let's see if we can straighten this out. See those two in front of us? The shorter one is a human. And the taller one is an elf. Makes sense? Oh, Ellison, yeah. This sturdy one over there is a Galgiant. Whilst the one with the horns is a Dron. And then you have the large, scaly chaps with long tails and a neck for raising livestock. Those would be the Zoom. Was there really a need, though, to give you these new names? Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. The Exarch region. Ah, the same as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. Yep. Both are crazy. You don't get much further flung than that. And a few of your lot passed through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they floundered over the simplest things. But not to worry, should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Okay? I don't think there was any reason to like name them any differently. I mean, I get it, but it's like, I don't think anyone would have minded if you didn't. It's like, it's extra world building and stuff. It's like, does it really matter, you know? So I feel like the volume of the game is way too loud. Actually, like, just the music, right? Just the music. BGM. Oh, so maybe I'm just too loud. Let's do it like this, increase that. Let's do it like that then, I guess. I feel like the music was just blasting hard. I'll have to check the recording later to see, because it's hard to tell. But I am definitely playing Shadowbringers with music. It's just such... just so good. Just so good. Alright, one more to go. The Soul Gate. My ninja? Which ninja? I want them for me. Not sure what you're talking about. Alright, last ether shard. Running in circles. Imperial nuisance. Alright. Alright. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clear picture of this world and its people? Yep. Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but was necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the self-same one you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds. Something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. You have done as I requested and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfill my half of the bargain and explain what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters. However, I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. Oh, the hints, bro, the hints! Not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know? Ya fucking liar. An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it best that we focus on the present. You fucking liar. Alright. Greetings, madam. The exits await you within. Man, I wish you could explore this during the Crystal Tower raids. Like, explore the rest of the tower.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain. But the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind.
Sure.
Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow Scions. To put it simply, they are here in the first. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time. As for your companions, however, Y'shtola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5. Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the first for almost a year. My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well.
Not least, I guess.
As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
So you're telling me you saw Y'shtola naked? Now I'm jealous. What have they been doing? They're trying to wait to send them back. It's fucking...
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
But I can't be killed.
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
I'm keeping my eye on you.
Excellent. You will not regret this. With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Exterium boasts a number of residential districts, but have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along?
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. Aught you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes! You must be curious about the currency. Fear not, the gil you carry will serve you well enough.
Oh.
Each nation once minted its own coins, but was all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil. a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Very convenient. Huh. Got iPhones? God damn.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home world. A Van Kerm Sin?
Oh god, no.
Yes, I'm here! Of course I'm here! What amusements do you have for me today?
My dear Feo Ull, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine lady is a friend from a distant realm.
Bigger than I remember.
And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from her home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
My teeth and my nails, I believe so.
Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isnefis, and you my Snayak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand.
Go for it. It's not a trap.
Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling.
Dearest sapling.
Come then, make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
You can go tell
May I
Tataru
have
what's
a
up.
message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Yeah, that would be nice. I don't care about the crowd would be better.
Consider it done.
That
As
easy,
you
huh?
heard, that was Feo Ull of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Come along then. Chop, chop. Resolved back with Feo Ull, you now have access to the living Muggles, market boards, and summoning bells while in the first. Oh, okay. So that's how you unlock it. Ah, there you are. Just finalized the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay to make use of as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray, rest, recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the ocular anon. I believe that covers all of the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Filomena. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Pleasure to meet you, miss, and welcome to your new home at the Pendant. Your room is ready if you'd care to retire. Yes. Got some glamours, housekeeping, room service, extremely bright lights. None Kansas anymore. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, the goosebumps are coming back.
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
What's up, brother? I mean, who are you? Are you crazy?
What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh,
God.
gods, how long has it been?
Oh, emotional damage, brother. Oh.
That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back.
Yeah.
If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source and try to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the First. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? 100 years. 100 long years. My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift.
Smart.
I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the First. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Yeah. This makes the story so much better later on when you change his mind, I guess. Man, the emotional damage expansion, it's a rough one. Yeah. I love how many cinematics there are. Oh hell, man. Literally just watching a movie while we play a game. It's great.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest?
I know, man. I've been hunted by a ghost of the past.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know.
Not curious for the ghost.
Let's return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Northrend, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness.
Can't blame them, though.
For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armorang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe. So, will it be Calicia or Armorane? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you have made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters.
A new companion, huh?
Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Uh-huh. I did part for Amarang. Alize will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was, repeatedly. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Kassar, the master of a merchant caravan. There are few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro launch and he will see that you reach your destination. You'll visit Alphina and Colusia then? Excellent. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you will need a mount capable of making the journey. Here's a letter of introduction presented to Genmai, the master of beasts at Temenos Rookery, and he will take care of you. When you see Alphina, be sure to pass on my warmest regards. Oh, man. Okay. I think we'll continue this tomorrow. Yeah. We'll definitely start with the Alize stuff tomorrow. What time tomorrow, though? That's the question. Should be back home by 10 AM probably. Got a few things to do, probably hit the gym. So maybe 1 PM-ish, maybe 2. We'll see. I'll have to use Twitter for once to send a message, I guess, for whoever is following me on Twitter. I think there's 3 people. Anyways, yeah, that's it for the stream for today. Thank you for watching. Oh man, that's a super short stream today, huh? Well, it is what it is. Wasn't expecting to stream today at all, so 2 hours is better than none. Anyways, stream is over. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.